Damn headphones.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is the open field reaction and recap of Monday Night Primetime Football. We had the San Francisco 49ers play the New York Jets in a very interesting game. We got plenty to say, of course. Appreciate everybody who's tuning into the chat. Appreciate everybody who is rewatching the stream. Make sure you all tune in. Sometimes if we got little people, we might even bring you up from the chat, of course. But we got a lot to say, and this should be a lot of fun. We'll do this for about an hour, just like all recaps. But with that said, gentlemen, how y'all feeling about the game?
Oh, man. Man. Well, Aaron Rodgers is who we thought he was, man. Just not a leader. Just not a leader.
Not a leader. W, man.
I think, honestly, tonight might have been quite a bit of some insight on, what's going on the inside. I think that's just all it is. I don't know how we're going to go from here, but apparently it's not in a good direction if the program is already like this. So.
I tend to not overreact over week one because, Kirk obviously wasn't great, similar with Aaron Rodgers coming off injury. But what I will say is I'm going to be nasty because certain Jets fans were talking a lot. So it's time to be disgusting. Man, them Jets are frauds. Ew, Jets. It was looking kind of scary for a second. Garrett Wilson was cooking a little bit. Aaron Rodgers doing his usually spam. I'm going to spam one receiver type football. Then the second half turned around and that spamming wasn't working. He tried to spam it and it almost got intercepted. I think there was a time he tried to spam it and it did get intercepted. Man, Aaron Rodgers didn't look good. That defense, that elite defense was getting cooked. Absolutely getting cooked. And Jets gonna Jets. Jets gonna Jets. So I'm still 10 toes with that Garrett Wilson bet, Lonnie. I know you're gonna watch this at some point. We here, man. Garrett Wilson ain't doing. He ain't. I think you said 1,400 receiving yards. It ain't happening. So Jets gonna Jets. How you feel, Hefe, early?
They got to figure it out over there. So him getting 1,400 receiving yards is like, that's a lot of. For your first year,
I knew you were watching. I knew it. Gay. Hey, man. It was looking rough in that second half.
I think the biggest problem was just the camaraderie and then the cohesiveness of the team. Dog, you've been out all season. You don't play no preseason games. You didn't get a training camp on time. You already got a linebacker who won his money. Sources are saying that locker room was in disarray. Like, you came out there, you looked timid, Aaron Rodgers, but we expect that. That's why we want you to get some preseason snaps so you can get used to getting hit. Like, you literally haven't been hit in football in over a year, damn near. So, of course, we want to see you go somewhere or we want to see you play a couple snaps in the preseason. See what it felt like to get knocked down on your ass a little bit so you can get them jitters off. Them first couple plays, like I said, it showed a lot. They tried to scheme a certain way, but you noticed it. Them first 2 or 3 plays was tosses. It was heavy run. The run game wasn't working. The Aaron Rodgers that I know would have said, all right, let me get this short passing game going because this run game ain't going. But because he was still so timid, they were forcing the run. They forced to run that game. That shit wasn't working. Shout out to Aaron Rodgers for getting that Gary Wilson that Lazard touchdown on the old school, what they call it, vintage Aaron Rodgers with the offsides play, free play. But I got to be honest with you, man, he just looked timid, and that's why. And in a team like this, that's young like this, that coming from a loser organization who ain't won in a very long time, you need somebody to come in there like Tom Brady did for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You need somebody to come in there like Brett Favre did for the Vikings those years ago. Where I'm gonna get that old vet, but if he an old vet, he coming in there, he galvanizing that team. Even recently, you see what Joe Flacco did when he went to the Browns last year. He came in there and it was like, hey, man, we gonna win some ball games. Aaron Rodgers he seemed like he by himself, man. He's selfish, man. I can't keep defending him. And I'm getting tired of people defending him because there's a lot of Aaron Rodgers love out there and he don't get enough flack from me.
I think, what do you think about this
He
game?
didn't show up, bro. You spot on, bro. He didn't show up. Like, I had him leading and guiding his team to a victory, bro. Yeah, the Niners defense are elite. You know what I'm saying? They got a run game where just about anybody they call up can basically go off on you, bro. Like we know that. Like, that's cool. But Aaron Rodgers showed like one play, one glimpse of the former Aaron Rodgers. We all knew the group. You know what I'm saying? We all grown to love. But I didn't see nothing else. It made me say, damn, they might be a factor in the division this year. They might actually look good against a weak. Like, I didn't see nothing. Like, Brees Hall wasn't getting no open lanes because they wasn't killing in the passing game. He constantly threw to one person the entire game, and eventually adjustments were made, and it was cut off. Like, bro, it was hard to watch, bro. And it wasn't because I bet money on Rodgers. It's not even because I bet money on Rodgers. It was just simply hard to watch, especially in the second half, bro.
I know Brees said, damn, we did this with Garrett Wilson. I mean, with Zach Wilson last year.
Zach Wilson.
Hey, man.
Another thing that blew me.
What?
It's the end of the game. It's 5 minutes left. 4 or 5 minutes left. Aaron Rodgers on the sideline. Let Tyrod Taylor get in there. Like, dog, that's what I'm saying. Like, you want to play or not? Get your snaps in, nigga. Damn.
Nah, you don't need it, man. You just got to go to a little nighttime resort, refresh a little bit, and then he'll be back, man. He'll be back.
Don't come back.
Back, are they going to play?
I'm curious. I have to see who they play next week. But shout out Alan Lazard, the number one option on the team. And shout out.
I mean, he did have Leon and Leonard on him. Ward is the top 7 corner. I've been saying it.
Top 7 is crazy, but he is a really good corner. He is a really good corner.
All right, top 10.
He put Garrett Wilson in the box in that second half. That's tough. And that's
He's top 10. And he one of the physical corners like Snead. He body you up.
Oh, for sure. He did his thing. The Jets are gonna have a tough time. They came into this game. Their pass game and their run game wasn't really clicking. There was some good throws from Aaron Rodgers. I mean, he's still Aaron Rodgers at the end of the day. There were some good throws he threw that was, impressive, of course. But not being able to establish your run game and not being able to be that high-powered offense that people saying that this might be now with all these weapons around him, with Garrett Wilson being that guy. I mean, they got to get through. They got to get through the Bills. They got to get through the Dolphins. And they might even lose one to the Patriots at this rate.
And nigga, if that's even a glimpse of what that defense is going to be this year, Josh, I don't think I have a field day.
Yeah, the 49ers, at the end of the day, if I'm being honest, though, being objective, of course, I don't really think about this game too much because it is week 1. Aaron Rodgers coming back from an injury. One thing that I was concerned with coming into the season that I feel like we all recognize that we're not really criticizing more is Nathaniel Hackett sucks. He is a terrible offensive coordinator. And to think that Aaron Rodgers is going to be able to just be the offensive coordinator for the team is kind of ridiculous.
And mind you, Aaron Rodgers gave Matt LaFleur a hard time in Green Bay his last couple of years. He would have killed. You would kill for Matt LaFleur.
Yeah, Matt LaFleur is cooking, man.
You would kill for Matt LaFleur.
And the 49ers are a great team. We already said, they're one of the best teams in the NFC. But the fact that the 49ers didn't.
Dare we say they're better?
Who? What?
Dare we say the 49ers are better than they was last year?
I wouldn't go that far.
Not gonna lie, bro. Fred Warner, bro.
Riddell, listen to me, Riddell.
Brock
Purdy looks more poised than last year.
Brock Purdy
that O-line
in this game.
That O-line looks great. That D-line looks great. Them corners are another year better. Hey, man.
But like this is who they were last year. They were a top 10 defense last year. They were a top 10 offense last year. And
with no pass rush though.
But the Jet, no, they still had a pass rush. Even though
they literally went and got my boy from the Cowboys, who's played for the Cowboys, and they went and got Chase Young. That pickup of Leonard Floyd is a good pickup.
Oh no,
bro! I watched Brock Purdy scan the entire field and just be like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna throw the ball to the fullback over here. He practically hiked the ball and baked the cake, bro. Like, bro, he read them on his newspaper and made a decision, bro. Like, it wasn't like there was no pass in the second half. There was no pass rush from the Jets, bro. They ran the ball and beat them boys up and made them man up and made them feel like made them ask themselves, do they really even want to be here, bro? And Aaron Rodgers couldn't even come on the field and become a general and say, yo, let me motivate these guys with some plays. At least three.
No, I'm with you. And people were saying in the chat, and it's 100% true. After this game, they are 100% paying Hassan Reddick. 1,000% paying Hassan Reddick because they had no pass rush. They could
Hassan Reddick sitting inside laughing like,
Yep, he's about to get his bag. Like, I know y'all paying me now because y'all could not get to Brock Purdy. It was just not happening. So yeah, he's getting his.
And sadly enough, Hassan Reddick ain't even that good.
He's good. He's still like a top 15-ish edge rusher.
He got 11 sacks in the last 4 seasons. That's not elite, but I guarantee you that's better than anybody they had out there tonight.
Oh, you say he got at least 11 sacks in the last 4 seasons?
Yeah,
that sounds right.
Oh yeah, I don't think so. Wait a minute now.
Yeah, bro, it was on the broadcasting screen during the game.
Hassan Reddick gets sacks. That's
Hassan. He had that one year where he went crazy because that Eagles D line was literally stacked and he was just getting some cover sacks.
Hassan Reddick's still good. We don't gotta disrespect Hassan Reddick. Just like how people were trying to disrespect Deebo Samuel, and I've been telling people that 49ers offense runs through.
Yeah, you're right. 12 and a half, 2020, 11 on 2021, 16, 2022, and then 11 last year. Huh?
Yeah, he's a good pass rusher. But
they need him.
Deebo Samuel is a key part of this offense, as we've seen today. They want to put the ball in Deebo Samuel's hand, especially if Christian McCaffrey's not there, and let him make plays. Like, I get a lot of people, oh, yeah, we should. No, they're not trading Deebo. I'm sorry. They're just not going to do it because he's a – I don't want to do it, but no, I do want to do it. For the 49ers offense, I've already said I'm going to stay 10 toes. He is more important to this offense than Brandon Ayuk is. He just is. Ayuk is a better receiver, but Deebo and what he provides for this offense is more important. So I think people need to, just because he got locked up.
I might only say that because
they need to respect him.
Because Jennings look good. Jaquan Jennings look good.
Yeah, Ayuk did not. I'm not gonna lie. He looked pretty average in this game. That touchdown drop, that was a good drop. And then so W running back, he was not even in the backfield this game. See, we just disrespecting Deebo. That's
no, Deebo took his snap in the back.
All first half for the most
part. Yeah.
They're not gonna decide. They're keeping both Ayuk and Deebo. But what were you about to say?
A lot of the reason why their pass was so successful, as you saw across the middle, was simply because CJ Mosley when he got left out of the game. Game.
Yeah, he's one of the better linebackers in the league, middle linebacker in the league.
I mean, cool. Quincy Williams is supposed to be a guy, man.
Man, I don't understand how
we've seen in years. I'm gonna let you go at this, Mike. Hefe, we've seen in years though, and Hefe know this. That middle linebacker can make that outside linebacker look real good. Now Thomas Davis was good, but him having Luke Kuechly made him look even better. Lance Briggs having Brian Urlacher made look even better. Last year, Raekwon he really got what's name paid. He made your boy look really good last year. Queen. And then again, like I said, happy to understand. Devin White was literally a guy who was just all athleticism to know. He was just, you got to just point him where to go. and Devontae David did that for him that year. They went to the Super Bowl, like, and he was an All-Pro. Like, he helped him like learn the game, and he ain't been the same since that year because he didn't have he haven't had that Devontae David to help him. But that outside linebacker, even I don't think Greenlaw without Warner, Greenlaw ain't what you think he is. So, like I said, that middle linebacker play will help out. So I'm with you on that. Quincy supposed to be a guy, but losing CJ to help direct him, especially if you played football in the defensive end before, that really is your guy.
Yeah. Oh, not gonna lie, you're right, Dub Nation. Debo did have more carries than receptions. Hey man.
Hey, bro, I was about to say.
Debo's just a different breed, man. I don't know. What to say
You can
about
say that, but he can't catch the ball. I mean, he can't. He's not a good receiver, honestly. Like I ain't gonna lie. Like I get he had that 1,300 yard, 1,400 yard season that 1 year with Garoppolo. Debo, when you watch Debo on film, bro, he don't get open enough for me. He don't run enough.
He has good enough hands. Like
it ain't about his hands. It's really about his route running. Like,
the route running.
Yeah, Debo gets open with juke moves. Like he gets open with like freestyle moves.
Oh yeah, he's one of the hardest. He's one of the best yak guys in the NFL. Period.
That one play where they got that one field goal, they were supposed to do that. Would be a 15-yard loss, dog. That man really broke 6 tackles to get 6 yards.
Yeah, that's special. You just got to give him that ball, and you can guarantee he's breaking at least 2 tackles. Like that's special right there. Just put the ball in Debo's hands. That's all you got to do.
I think what happened was if you watch the beginning of the game, they went with Mason, and I guess he didn't do too good his first 2 carries. So they was ready to make Debo the running back for the game. And then they gave Mason a couple more tries, of course. And once he started breaking holes, they was like, oh, okay, go. We can keep it running back. Because if Mason wasn't reading holes correctly and wasn't getting yards, Debo would have literally been in the backfield the whole game.
Jordan Mason was cooking.
Honestly,
he looked amazing. Helped me out of my fantasy team. I still lost, though, but he helped me out.
That was kind of...
Yeah, I'm with Debo, nigga. He helped me win on fantasy, too, bro.
You running
I lost hella fantasy
off tackle like that and running to the outside and got everybody chasing them down. And then you put Mason in there just running up the middle and just pounding everybody. I mean, it was a perfect game plan. Perfect game.
The 49ers did exactly what they needed to. Like I said earlier, they weren't even playing good. The 49ers, Purdy was pretty meh. Ayuk was meh. George Kittle
Don't do that.
Cool. George Kittle was cool. But it was really Jordan Mason.
Purdy had a good game, man. Don't do that.
He was missing throws, bro. He was mad. A lot of it was just play out.
I mean, his receiver did drop a touchdown.
He played above average.
And his receiver did drop a touchdown, and he had to work with this one thing. He was playing man, but Hefe, I know you're gonna
receiver. Which receiver?
I know you. Well, he all he had really was Jennings.
Which receiver dropped it?
IU.
Okay.
You so nasty. But let's do this though. I know you're gonna agree with me, Hefe. Who you think played better, Brock Purdy or that boy Jalen Hurts?
Brock Purdy.
And who you think who had more weapons though? All I'm saying.
Jordan Mason was absolutely destroying. Nah, we're not doing this. Jordan Mason was destroying the Jets.
But we ain't act like Jordan Mason was somebody we don't act like Jordan Mason was somebody we knew.
He managed the game better than Jalen Hurts.
He didn't have to manage anything. They were up hella by the second half.
We're not gonna act like Jordan Mason was somebody we knew before CMAC got hurt. Come on now, do that.
That's irrelevant.
He wasn't. That's why I doubled down on my bet, bro. I was like, oh, bet. It's definitely over for them. It's definitely over. He was what pushed me over there. I'm definitely going with the Jets. And I definitely got kicked in the rib for that, bro.
I mean, Purdy didn't have to do much. I mean, Jordan Mason was absolutely destroying this team. And then all he had to do is play off that play action, which he did. And he made some good throws because that pass rush could not get to Purdy. I'm not going to lie. The Jets played more bad than the 49ers played good, if we're being honest.
Well, Brock Purdy was 21 for 30 for 29 with 230. Hey, that's a good game.
Yeah, I'll give him good. You know, I won't say mad. I'll give him good. I think he
four passes to Kittle, 2 passes to and ball was all over the field. Debo had 5 catches. Jennings had 5 catches. Brock Purdy had a hell of a game, man.
So I'll give it a good good solid game. You know, I won't
You're
over
right. One hell of a
exaggerate.
game. You right. I'm not a hell of a game. I use that too nasty, but he had a good game.
Yeah. I mean, I think we expect the 49ers to be a dominant team throughout this season. They're going to be a top two seed in the NFC. We expect them to make the NFC Conference Championship. So everything about the 49ers really wasn't surprising. Obviously, CMC needs to get healthy for the playoffs. It just everybody needs to lock in when the playoff time starts, and that's going to be key for the 49ers. Their defense wasn't really challenged. Their offense was just doing simple stuff. The question is all with the Jets, the rush defense and the offensive play calling and Aaron Rodgers getting healthy. Those are kind of the big three thing for the Jets right now.
I mean, it ain't really about Aaron Rodgers getting healthy. It's more so Aaron Rodgers getting as many snaps as possible and getting comfortable. Like, he seemed healthy. He's just not comfortable right now. And I'm gonna lie to you. This getting Mike Williams, but him not playing. I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead.
Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, part of the reason why we were so advocate on, Aaron Rodgers having a chance or possibility to be an MVP candidate or this Jets offense being revamped was because, you had Mike Williams, who was a big play down the field guy. And with him not playing, it's just like you back to Garrett Wilson and Lazard. Let's be real. Yeah, Lazard had 2 touchdowns, but you don't want to trust Lazard as your main number 2. I don't care what nobody say. You don't want to trust that.
I agree with you. The thing is, I think Aaron Rodgers didn't look healthy. I mean,
and Conklin's just a guy.
Conklin's solid. I think he's an average tight end. The Aaron Rodgers struggled a little bit in terms of being as mobile as Aaron Rodgers usually is, and some of his throws didn't get the probably because he wasn't using as much leg strength, weren't getting the proper velocity, and he was missing some key throws. Some of them obviously he made some good throws too, but Aaron Rodgers obviously wasn't healthy in this game, and with this Jets team still trying to figure things out because of some of the, some continuity stuff with the offensive line, not really being all on the same page and them kind of figuring out their identity because the run game got put out pretty quickly. I'm not too mad at it because the 49ers also have an elite rush defense. So I don't know how many teams are going to play that's going to be able to stop that run game because Breece Hall, I'm expecting to cook most teams at the
But
end.
I don't understand. You ain't played in the whole year. You wait to the first season game, the first game of the season to try to get back in football mindset. Like, it just don't make sense to me. Again, Aaron Rodgers should have played some damn preseason games. And I'm gonna say it again because I've said it before off camera, and I'm gonna say it on camera. At the end of the day, Tom Brady. And I'm only comparing him to Tom Brady because, we look at Aaron Rodgers as one of the GOATs. Tom Brady would have not only got his troops together in the offseason to get some plays going, to build some camaraderie and get some momentum going or get some type of cohesiveness going, he would also play at least a drive a piece every preseason game to get himself back into football mindset of getting hit, all that. Like, them first couple plays, like I said before, he was doing toss plays. The screenplay, he threw it as almost like if somebody was coming for him. It was times where Aaron Rodgers had open pockets. He was a little jittery. He was so afraid of somebody falling on his leg or him stepping wrong because that Achilles was kind of hunting him. That literally this game was basically a warm up game. But you can't. That's just irresponsible for somebody 40 years old, been in the league this long. That you gonna wait till the first game of the season to be a warm up game. You know what I'm saying? Now we looking at. Who's to say Aaron Rodgers is going to be good next week? Who's to say he won't be Aaron Rodgers and look like Aaron Rodgers again for the next 3 weeks?
I mean,
the Jets can't afford to just be losing games, man. They could play like this with Zach Wilson last year. It just bothers me.
Yeah, early, they're just getting back into the role. Aaron Rodgers is finally coming back into the fold. So I think they give it about 3 weeks, maybe four. And I think,
but you're not hurt no more. You wasn't hurt. You have been healthy. You missing training camp and all this other stuff. Like y'all was the Chiefs of the damn 49ers last year. Y'all didn't even make the playoffs last year, let alone get to the Super Bowl. So why you like y'all don't need to be there, or y'all don't need to get the extra reps in, or you don't need to take this more seriously? That's just some asshole shit. You went out of the country. They looking for you. It's just selfish, man. Like I said before, if you don't want to play, man, go away. You in the way.
Remember we had a conversation. Remember we had a conversation and my bad, Earl.
Yeah,
My
but let
bad.
somebody like Jordan, like Jordan Travis, trying to make a name for himself, or let Tyrod get in there try to revamp his career, Smith style or something. But if you don't want to be there, bro, just leave, bro. Just leave. You can say what you want to say, but Kirk Cousins is rushing because he came off an injury. Kirk Cousins wanted to be there from day one. Like he ain't an arrogant asshole like Aaron Rodgers get. Like you don't have a offensive play caller and Hackett, who's somebody that people trust like that. Like, you got to take it in yourself to say, you know what? I'm the old school vet. I am literally the oldest player in the NFL. I should try to get my guys together. These some young guys. I got a second-year receiver. I got a third-year running back. I got new O-lineman on this O-line. I got a goddamn tight end who ain't established himself yet. I got a guy that I brought here that I know from Green Bay that I need to get back right with. Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, try to get acclimated with your guys. It's just irresponsible of him to be old as he is and acting like they got it like that. It's just irresponsible. I feel bad for the Jets, man. I really do.
I just want to say there was a couple episodes ago when we was in preseason, and I said it is important to get those reps in. When it comes down to games like this, like tonight, when you're with your main number one guy and you need to make those plays, the chemistry cannot be forfeit, fellas. It got to be real. It got to be authentic. It has to be real. We watched Garrett Wilson get used all night. What happened? No dub, no movement. He got locked up eventually. And it matters. Preseason matters. Snaps. I'm not even going to say preseason, bro. Snaps matter. Missing out on training camp despite how old you are. I know, but that's what I'm saying right now. That's what I'm saying right now. All that to say, let's look at Aaron Rodgers right now and say preseason don't matter. Look how he looked. Aaron Rodgers is a pro, bro. He's won at the NFL level for a long time. Let's not act like tonight was bad, but bro, forget next week. We seen tonight, bro. And tonight happened. And the only reason tonight happened and it looked the way it did is because people believe, oh yeah, it don't matter. I'm Aaron Rodgers. I can miss training camp. I can miss any. I don't have to work with them guys. I don't work with so many guys that don't even matter. And then look, you look bad, bro. And it really like as a fan of football watching, you know what I'm saying, bro. Aaron Rodgers looking scary, bro. Looking like he shouldn't be out there. He looked like an old man, bro. It looked like he needs to get out the way. Like he real life look like one of them old people on the sidewalk, bro, when it's busy traffic, and he look like he just it's not about to work out well for him.
He did to me though.
He's too unstable to even do anything. It's just hard to watch, bro.
I can't say he'll like this in 5 weeks, but I gotta be honest with you. With a Jets team like this and Aaron Rodgers who's 40 years old, it's just like it ain't like time is on your side neither. So it's like you don't want to wait until week 7 to get in your groove because y'all could be 3 or 4 by week 7. Like, you know what I mean? Like this offense, they showed you last year, and the defense don't look as good as it did last year, even though it's one game, but we'll see. That defense was dominant last year, and even with that, bad quarterback play held them back. So who's to say that, again, they don't go 3 and 4 in the first 7 games, not Aaron Rodgers' finest groove. But if you going on there, I'm going to make a run, nobody going to play catch up. So it's like a lot of that trying to get it together as soon as possible just come from you wanting to do it. And you're the vet. Like I said, you're 40 years old. You should be the one to do it. That's a team right now that's salivating at the mouth for a leader, dog. They looking for who will be the guy that's going to say, hey, all right, get it together. Let's fix this. Let's get this thing together. And Aaron Rodgers got to be that guy. He ain't been that guy for a long time. And it's sad to say, but the same thing that you talked about Brett Favre doing or what Brett Favre became towards the end of his career is a lot of what you're doing. You a guy just playing just to play because you can. You in the way.
Yeah, yeah, I haven't been a fan of Aaron Rodgers for a minute because I do think he's kind of full of himself a little bit. Luckily for the Aaron Rodgers and luckily for the Jets, they have the NFL wanting them to make the playoffs because they give them a cupcake schedule. The next four games for the New York Jets is Titans, Patriots, Broncos, and Vikings. None of these teams put fear in your heart, but
Are you tripping?
if they lose,
The
I like
Titans.
the Vikings actually.
My thing is this.
I like the Vikings.
My thing, yeah, exactly. My thing is this: the
They got
Titans were up. The Titans were up against the Bears in the first half, and the Titans head coach, because for him to come out and basically say he told Will Levis just hold the ball, the defense to win the game, that was on some Shador Sanders type stuff. That was nasty. But the Titans are one of those sneaky teams that if they get some confidence, they can be like, man, don't let us see the Titans get some confidence. Now I don't believe in who else you say. I don't believe in the Patriots defense is really good. So they like we got they win their first game, so that ain't gonna be a cakewalk. Plus the Patriots play the Jets hard every year. So who else you say?
Titans, Patriots, Broncos, Vikings.
Broncos is a team that they should be automatically, but that Vikings team, boy, they get the cooking early on offense. Shit.
No, I'm not gonna lie. They should win every single one of these games. If it goes 2-2, that is a failure if you're the Jets because
Yep.
at the end of the day, regardless of what you guys want to say, the Jets are just more talented than all these teams here. And the Titans, their problem, even though they have a good defense, is their offense is still meh to bad. The Patriots offense meh. The Broncos offense meh. And the Vikings offense is pretty good. Their defense is meh. So
But
it's
my
like
thing is this over there. Did CJ Mosley come back?
no, but they still have Quincy Williams. He was an all pro last year.
Oh, I hear you, but that means we're gonna have to figure out what that looked like. Not only that,
He could get
we got
exposed.
that's one thing we got to worry about. Not only that, the O line still like it need to find his way. Next 5 games, who's to say they're gonna find their way? Aaron Rodgers still look timid. Who's to say they're gonna find their way? Like I said, until like the Vikings, if they get up early on, and that defense look that great. Until the Vikings, if they get up early on you, and Sam Darnold was throwing them tutties, then it could be a situation where you got to play catch up, and I don't trust the Jets on catch up.
Yeah, I mean the Jets, they can be exposed as real frauds these next four games because these are cupcake games. They don't get any easier. The only like it would be easier maybe if you put in the Commanders and the Panthers, but like this is cupcake. So if the Jets want to make the playoff, they need to win 3 out of the next 4 games. Absolutely. Because I don't see Bills and Dolphins losing any to any of these teams.
And these are all trap games.
Potentially.
All trap games.
So yeah, the Jets.
Thank you, Chip God. Don't see what's in the seat.
We'll see. We'll see with Tennessee, man. The Tennessee Titans offense is still a little questionable, so we'll have to see with that. Yeah, the Jets are going to be interesting to see the rest of the year. Are we hitting our panic button after one game? Because they still is at the end of the day, it was still the 49ers.
They just better be damn lucky that no, I forgot. Well, I won't say we hit the panic button.
It is.
I gotta be honest with you. Other than the Patriots, dog, you still got to deal with the Dolphins twice a season. And even when the Patriots at their best, they always struggle versus the Dolphins. And then you got to deal with Josh Allen twice a season. You understand what I'm saying? There is a possibility that the Jets. Now it's a possibility. I ain't saying it's gonna happen. I'm just saying it's a possibility that the Jets can be the third team in this division. Possibility. That's all I'm saying. It's a possibility. It's also a possibility they can be the first team in the division. But if they don't get it together soon, it could be a catch up situation, and you don't want to play catch up.
Mo, what were you
At the
guys saying?
AFC.
I don't know if it'll be a catch-up type of situation, but I think in these next couple of weeks, I think it'll kind of help the Jets define who they're going to be. Honestly, in my opinion, and I'm gonna say this because maybe I should, but maybe that's what everybody needs. Maybe Aaron Rodgers needs a couple of weeks. Maybe it's the Jets that need a couple of weeks, but for what we've summed up for the night. In my opinion, I think that both of them need time.
But can we be real though, Mo? Before the season started, other than that 49ers game, when I told you the next 4 games, you'd almost guaranteed that you'd have guaranteed before we watched today, you'd have guaranteed that they win them 4 games. Oh, who they played? The Patriots? No offense. Who they played? The Titans? They ain't got DeAndre Hopkins. Their offense weak. Defense ain't as great. Who they played? The Vikings? They got Sam Darnold playing quarterback. You know what I mean? Like, who they played? The Broncos? Well, bro, Nixon trash. Like, now, ain't nobody on this panel guarantee me they're gonna win all 4 of them games. Can you guarantee it right now? If you had to put a couple dollars on it, would you take it? They go 4-0?
Nah. But by no means.
Would you take it, Mo?
I mean, I would have before today.
Would you take a Hefe if you're still there?
You're on that road. You don't want to get pulled over like Tyreek. No, I'm with you. To kind of switch gears a little bit, a lot of the receivers that got paid, if you really think about it, because I was thinking about watching Brandon Ayuk. I don't think he played that well this game. Maybe he was just getting strapped up by Sauce, or maybe Purdy couldn't get him the ball. I'm not really sure, but a lot of the receivers that got paid, other than I guess Tyreek Hill, who technically didn't get a new contract, he just extended his old one. A lot of them didn't play that well. Like
the ones that missed training camp, that stuff matters, man.
Well, Amon-Ra didn't really do much.
Jamar Chase
didn't do much.
And still ain't
had 1 touchdown, so he was solid. But
Jefferson did good, but he got paid early. CeeDee Lamb was okay.
Out of all these receivers, let's play a little hypothetical. At this point, do we think that Ayuk, if he was on a different team, would be a guy?
Now, here's the thing. Ayuk is still the number 1, but the sad part about it is that I won't give him as much flack only because, and the media won't, only because he plays for the 49ers. You understand what I'm saying? Ayuk goes to the Chargers. Ayuk goes to the Jacksonville Jaguars, and he plays like this. We're really on his head because it's like, man, you went somewhere where you're supposed to be the guy, and now we don't know what to say about you, or we worried. So he won't get as much flack because at the end of the day, that 49ers team blew them out, and they looked real good. That game was wasn't as close as it looked, as the score tells you. So he won't get as much flack, but I'm be honest with you, he better be lucky he ain't go somewhere else where he had to be the number 1, because a game like this, the next day the media's on your head.
Yeah.
No,
Thank God for having a running back we've never heard of be good as that was, because, man.
Honestly, man, I think that San Fran would have did just as good today without Ayuk. And I think they would have did just as good today without him.
But that's just one game. Throughout the season, Mo, I promise you Ayuk is going to come up and become worthy.
Still waiting on. He only has 3 more weeks to wait. Ricky
Pearsall.
Yeah, Ricky Pearsall. He only has 3 weeks to sit out. So honestly,
even when he gets in there, Ricky Pearsall, like he's literally gonna be 4th on the depth chart, behind Jahan Jennings. Jahan Jennings is really emerging to number 2 as far as route running goes, like, and actually being a receiver. He's emerging to be the number 2 for me. You see what he did in the Super Bowl last year, and this year it seems like Brock Purdy trusts him even more. He's getting more plays in the offense. Debo will always be that dual back screens, running plays out the backfield, good slant routes, things of that nature. But in all honesty, I don't think he's worried about Ricky Pearsall. What I'm more so worried about is, hey, look, man, you have a top 2 to 3 tight end. Super Bowl already got me with a bad taste in my mouth. Pause. If you're not going to use your Kittle, please send him somewhere where he can get used. I'm tired of it. Go give him the Brock, give him the my guy over there in Carolina. Give him the somebody. Give him to somebody. Give him to somebody who can use him.
He is being used. He's being used to block.
Send his ass to San Diego / LA Chargers, where he gets spammed by Justin Herbert, but use him the way he needs to be used. Ain't no way George Kittle, especially with Chris McCaffrey out, and although Mason had a great game, George shouldn't be getting no less than 7 catches a game, man. Ain't gonna lie to you. Even if they just screenplays or something, man. Get that man the ball.
Why would you throw him screenplays when you have Debo on your team?
Because he's just as good after the catch. Well, not just as good.
Yeah,
that's not just as good, but he's one of the better after the catch tight ends in the league.
But he's nowhere close to Debo.
Yeah, he's a freak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like Debo is the guy that you want to do short screens, and if you guys really want to put people on their toes, a little use check, dump off, and he's.
But they throw him screens. Same way they throw Travis Hunter screens, and he's better at the catch Travis Hunter. So yeah, they throw screens now.
Oh yeah, at times.
I'm just saying, just feed him, man. I feel like they make Kittle works too hard at tight end when it comes to blocking and different run schemes and things like that. Like you got to feed.
Maybe he's just more valuable as a blocker, man.
Oh.
I mean, he's a big guy.
Ain't you a George Kittle fan? How you gonna talk like that?
Who?
You. Oh no, you're a Travis Kelce fan.
Yeah, people keep on saying Kittle's better than Kelce. I'm tired of it.
Oh
Absolutely.
Yeah, I feel all nasty.
Absolutely.
Oh, we got a wolf in the hen house.
Absolutely tired of it, man. But yeah, I think we talked about a lot in terms of this 49ers Jets game. Shout out 49ers for the win. They did exactly what they were supposed to do. Ran that ball, made the Jets look a little bit fraudulent. Aaron Rodgers is not 100%. Yeah. So good Monday night prime time. No, it was an okay. It was an all right game. Monday night prime time. It wasn't the craziest one.
Who they play? Who you say they play next game? They play the Titans. What's the prediction for that game? Jets versus Titans.
Well, the Jets should win. That's the prediction. They should win.
If C.J. Mosley is looked at to be out for a couple of weeks, does that affect their defense?
Yes.
They still got Quentin. Then even if CJ misses, there's no excuse, bro.
Look at where 85% of their passes was tonight. It was across the middle.
Yeah, I mean they're getting a little exposed, and I do think this needs to be. This is what I think might happen if the Jets are fraudulent. They miss the playoffs. Aaron
Rodgers out of there.
Oh, Aaron Rodgers is probably he's what's probably going to happen is Aaron Rodgers is going to stay on the team, and they're going to scapegoat Robert Saleh and Nathaniel Hackett. Nathaniel Hackett deserved because he's not good, and Robert Saleh will get fired. Nathaniel Hackett will get fired, and they will ask Aaron Rodgers, "Who do you want to hire?" And then 2 other coaches are going to be hired for Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers come back, and they don't make the playoffs at 41 years old playing for New York Jets. They are exactly who we thought they were my whole life, and that's a fraudulent, embarrassing, unprofessional franchise.
Yeah. Also, to be fair, Aaron Rodgers always loses to the 49ers. Always. He just can't beat them.
Oh, sad, man. Meanwhile, man, sad, man. It's very sad. Very sad. Very sad situation what the Jets are having to go through, going with this old school guy, Guess they thought they was getting another Tom Brady. Thought they was getting Joe Flacco last year. But we'll see, man. We'll see how they do. Shout out to Tyrod Taylor for throwing that touchdown. I ain't gonna lie. I'm pretty sure there's some guys who just put some money down on that free play on that Tyrod Taylor touchdown plus 5,700. They got some money.
For sure.
Shout out Breece Hall for bounce back after that fumble. He had actually a pretty solid game. Got to be better looking that ball in when he's getting how to get in the field. And most importantly, man, shout out Brock Purdy for even not having, Christian McCaffrey, looking very sustainable, man, and continue to be the guy he's been. I'm going to say it again. I did call him Baby Brady, and I stand on that. And we remember Tom Brady's first 5-6 years, he was a game manager, man. It wasn't until that 07 season when he got Randy Moss, Dr. Starworth, Wes Walker, where he became an elite. And not because we don't use elite enough the right way. Not a great quarterback, not a good quarterback. There's a lot of great good quarterbacks. He became an elite quarterback ever since 07. So, who's to say Brock Purdy, his year 5 or 6, won't take that next step over and be one of the better quarterbacks in the league? We talking about Matthew Stafford. We talking about Aaron Rodgers in his prime, like one of them guys who you can depend on and can get you deep into the playoffs, could possibly get you a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? He can only go up from here because he's still so young and still figuring the game out, and he still looks so good. So, shout out to Brock Purdy, shout out to the 49ers for handling the business. If I am a Jets fan, I would be worried. I'm not hitting the panic button, but I'm a little worried. Hear that, J-Rob? Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Yeah, Jets gonna Jets, J Rob. Jets gonna Jets. What do we think was the best primetime game out of Thursday, Friday, Sunday night, and Monday? What was the best primetime game?
Honestly, man, in my opinion, I would have to give that to Detroit. Detroit and the
Rams.
but yeah, Detroit and the Rams, and also the Houston Indianapolis game. Man,
That was in primetime.
yeah, that I think that might just take the cake. That game.
So Houston wasn't prime time, but you say you like that game, and that one of your favorite games to watch.
I honestly, I would probably the more exciting game. The more exciting game was Indianapolis and Houston. I mean,
Mo, you are high. You're not listening to what I just said. What is the best primetime game? So the Sunday
the
night
Titans game wasn't a primetime game. I know it was
Sunday night, Monday night.
I mean, he said
Friday.
he said he did say the Lions in the Rams game was one of his favorite games.
Yeah. The Lions. I'd probably just go with the Lions and.
I'm gonna go with the Raven games, of course, by a toe. That was an amazing game. Apparently, Lamar Jackson still walking to Baltimore saying he thought it was a catch, even though that big toe was on the line. L something about Merlin and Merlin and guys that play in Merlin or from Merlin having too big of a toe when the game is on the line, man. Kevin Durant and now Isaiah Likely, man. Something in the water in the Merlin streets where the big toe be just hanging out, man, over the lines.
I mean, the sports gods just want to make sure the right people win, man. That's all it is.
That's nasty.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go Chiefs Ravens as well. I think that was the best game out of the four. Even though the Chiefs were winning by convincingly, but then Lamar started coming back. It was very impressive at the end of the day. Even though Rams and Lions was very close too, I think it was just Chiefs Ravens was just super entertaining.
Well, shout out, although today was kind of a blowout, shout out primetime games in general, man. These games have been close this year, man. Not a whole lot of blowouts and things of that nature when it comes to primetime games. So shout out primetime games being close. Packers game was close. Like we say, Ravens Chiefs game was down to the wire. Lions and Rams went to overtime. And then, except in the night, everything has been pretty competitive, man. Guys want to come out and play hard. Guys want to win. So, shout out. If this is what the football season is got to look forward to, then, man, shout out, man. This could be a fun situation.
Yeah, facts. Well, we pretty much talked about everything. We got some time to spare. We can wrap up the show unless you guys want to throw something out there.
Aaron Rodgers, get your shit together. I am praying that the Raiders figure it out and Gardner Minshew and Devontae Adams go on the same page because I need to have them have a better record than the Falcons. And also, I wanted to say rest in peace to James Earl Jones, iconic legend in entertainment, the voice of Darth Vader. One of the greater figures in Hollywood as far as that father figure role in movies. Rest in peace to James Earl Jones. Died at 93 years old, but lived a long life. Rest in peace, James Earl Jones.
Well, I didn't even know James Earl Jones died. Hold on.
That's the way he died, 93.
I'm gonna say this though. I think Denver could have actually won that game against Seattle. Bo Nix made a lot of mistakes. I know he's a rookie and everything, and he tried his best. But I'm saying this. I think we should still. I think keeping it a close because I think that he's going to come together. Now I'm not going to say in the next 5 weeks, probably not even the next 8, but I think things are going to come together for Denver. I think
I'm gonna give you one last shout out, Mo. You ain't speak on. You've been high on saying Derek Carr gonna have a bounce back season. Now, although he did play against the Dolphins, he looked pretty damn good and confident. So, shout out Derek Carr for kicking ass when he was supposed to kick ass. I think a lot of times we take that for granted. The team was supposed to be, we ended up beating them. A lot of teams didn't beat the team they're supposed to beat, Bengals. But this was one of them games where the team that was supposed to win won and won. In an outstanding margin. So shout out Derek Carr for getting the job done when he's supposed to, man. It's not the game that you win that are close. It's the games you're supposed to get the blowouts, man. So that way you can get some rest and get on to the next season. So
Yeah.
the next game. So shout out Derek Carr for having a good game, and if that's indicative of what he's gonna have during the season, he can have a damn good bounce back year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out to Derek Carr for that, man. Just Mo shout him out his own guy.
Oh man, I should have watched the Manning cast to watch this game. They also had Bill Belichick watching this game as well with Eli and Peyton.
Oh damn! I gotta watch it on Twitter and see what they talking about.
Yeah. Also, maybe sometimes because I have officially subscribed to NFL Pro, so I have access to all 22 film, and there's definitely some things I'm gonna be looking at. I was looking at Marvin Harrison Jr. I was watching that game a little bit. It's hard to kind of dictate some of the things. And I was watching some of the plays. There was one really bad drop Marvin Harrison Jr. had that Kyler Murray threw it to him. Mm-hmm. And Marvin just wasn't really open. Not for Kyler anyway. So I think because people love to push like weird narratives, other than the final play where he was wide open. I mean, Marvin just wasn't the guy that game. Simple as that. I know people love Marvin, but he just wasn't the guy that game. So nothing you can do about that. Plus, Rasul Douglas was on him. Rasul Douglas is one of the best corners in football.
Okay, I hear you.
So, hey man, shout out that all 22, man. That stuff be making things a little bit more entertaining.
Oh, and we can get out of here after this. Let me get single camera. Let me get my single camera on. Shador Sanders. I know you come from a person who was cocky, came into the league cocky, one of the more showboaty, flashy guys you've ever seen in sports history. We talk about update with Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather. Deion Sanders was him prime time, created a whole persona for the football field to sell itself. But you have to understand that what you say and what you do when you are not only the quarterback but the leader of an organization, whether it be college or the pros. I'm praying that you get this out of your system now because it's just college. But you have 2 weeks in a row blamed your defense for y'all losing the game or being down, and then just recently blamed your O-line for you playing the game you played. And even if that was true, you have to find maturity in yourself to not say something as blatant as that. And they're going to clip up because you're one of the biggest spotlighted athletes in the world. Like, not just college football, not just football in general. You are one of the biggest athletes that are basically looked at in sports. So please do a better job and just censoring yourself, Shador, and not just saying what you feel. You are not on a TV show or a podcast. You are not your daddy. Please be more considerate and try to humble yourself as much as possible, because at the end of the day, you played bad because you played bad. And trying to blame somebody else for that said reason is never the answer. So I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm liking Shador. I've been saying it. I'm liking Shador less and less. Every time he talks, I'm just like, bro, this guy is kind of full of himself. I'm not gonna lie. It's already a lot of people get with players or start supporting players because they are playing good for their team or they're just playing really good football. So it's tough for people to like people at like these stars at a personal level already, because you guys are at the end of the day playing a sport and getting paid millions of dollars to play a sport. You can even say you're playing a game. So it's hard to really resonate with the characters, and you always have to appease to the fans because you're entertainment. So knowing all that, also being like arrogant, also being dismissive of your team, the way you talk about yourself and your team, it's just odd. And it's been odd like all off season. So I don't know, man. Shador, at this point, I don't even know. Your dad's still saying, "Oh, we're gonna choose what team you're drafted to." With that getting paid, I don't know what team this guy is going to. I don't know what team is going to want to deal with a Shador.
Well, you better grow up fast because in the NFL, talk about your old line if you want to. You'll wonder why you keep getting blindsided.
Well,
Actually,
yeah,
I know. Go.
I think Shador is a very talented guy. He's he's young and he already has a brand. Um, a lot of kids he has a lot of sponsorships. A lot of young kids look up to him. So I'm gonna just say this, man, Shador. I think honestly, in my opinion, bro, I think if you're gonna be, you like to talk your ish, I understand that, but just try to be mindful of how you do it. And when you do it, there's a lot of eyes on you, man. You are an idol in this world of sports. So you need to just kind of like just put your big boy pants on, man. You gotta grow up a little bit more. It's just there's a lot of eyes on you. Young that. So just you want to do your thing, but try to be careful how you do it.
All right. Well, thank you guys for showing up. Everybody who came. Again,
One thing. Shador Sanders, I know what team he's joining. I figured it out.
gotta be. Go ahead.
He's joining the Cleveland Browns. He's going to be a Cleveland Brown. I see the script now. He
I
is
think
going to be
either
a
Cleveland or he becomes one of the first few franchise quarterbacks that are black for the Giants.
I don't know, man. He be
That
talking.
New York media, man, he can eat over there.
He be talking too much, man. I low-key want Dylan over him. Dylan Raiola.
In New York would actually probably.
Or Cam Ward.
Man.
Cam Ward looks nice, man. Shador just be talking too much, man. He just need to chill.
Well,
he chill. But were you wrapping it up?
Yeah, we wrapping it up. Appreciate you guys for showing up, coming out. Shout out to Hefe, shout out to Mo, shout out to Vidal, shout out to myself. As always, man, we're gonna be here after every game, giving you guys a nice little recap of the season. Shout out to a lot of people who showed up yesterday for the recap for the Sunday night game. As always, man, we are the Open Field Podcast, and wherever you want your football, you know where to come. You understand what I'm saying? We are going to be here all season, whether it's football, college, or whether it's football pros. We're going to be here. Love y'all for showing up. Y'all be safe out there. Drink responsibly. Get some rest. And we out this month.